This card is something between Mana Drain and a Grizzly Bear. Pygmy Hippo, a 2-mana 2/2 hippopotamus with a deceptively tricky ability. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, you may tap all untapped lands the defending player controls for mana. Then, that player loses all the mana in their pool, and you gain that much colorless mana at the start of your next main phase. If you do this, Hippo deals no combat damage. At first glance, that sounds incredible. Just give it unblockable and steal your opponent's mana every turn. But in practice, it's not so simple. Your opponent can tap all their lands after attackers are declared, meaning that by the time the Hippo connects, there's no mana left for you to take. Back in the day, this was far more powerful when mana burn still existed. Opponents had to decide whether to float mana and take damage or give it to you. Today, you'd need something like Yurlok to bring back that tension. The problem is, Yurlok doesn't have access to blue, so you can't play Pygmy Hippo in a Yurlok deck. You can go for a 4 or 5 color deck to run both, but that's a tougher setup. If you're up against an Omnath deck or the new Electro, your Hippo can go full God mode and flood you with mana. The same goes for Upwelling, which is probably the best card to pair with Pygmy Hippo. If your opponents can't spend all their mana, the Hippo will connect and hand it all over to you. Still, the Hippo isn't without tricks. You can do clever things like cast Frantic Search during combat to untap your opponent's lands. Maybe they're bounce lands, or maybe they're boosted by Zendikar Resurgent or something similar. If that's the case, it's actually better to untap their lands and drain them than it is to untap yours. Even on its own, Pygmy Hippo has utility. Against a blue player, connecting with it can tap all their lands and leave them unable to counter your spells in the second main phase. That's a neat little piece of disruption. But honestly, the best thing about this chill Hippo is politics. Sometimes you can convince another player to let you take the mana, whether you're bribing, threatening, sweet-talking, or just leaning into the fact that everybody likes hippos. Subscribe if you like hippos.